And we alive.
Yes, sir.
What's good, everybody? The collective is back in these internet streets.
What's going on, y'all?
I ain't even get my mic on, but yeah, I'll get that situated. What up? Got my boy C with me. How you doing, C?
Man, living and loving, heading up, going up the ladder. You
Yeah,
already know.
I feel that.
Another day, another idea.
Another day, another idea. Another
What's that?
another day, a few more dollars.
hmm
All of that. Let's
All
get
of that. All of
yeah,
that.
some
That's
ideas
that's
and some.
perfect, Angela. That's a perfect little saying for tonight. You know, it's a nice
Yeah,
topic.
because today we want to talk about money.
hmm
Um, yeah, I'm a man, and you know, shoot, you better have some money out here. Like, you better be, getting to it. Have a hustle. You better
Shit,
have.
wow.
You better, yeah,
Just that. Just that.
you better be getting to some things. You can't be out here, with your hand out, expecting things out of the world. It don't work like that. Um,
Right, yeah,
it really
yeah.
don't work like that. But yeah, my man, what did you send me the other day that got me thinking about this?
Um,
You remember?
what was it? I would have to look back on it honestly. I sent so many people so many different stuff. Honestly,
I
I
think it was like some app or something. Um,
it was Robin Hood. Yeah, it's it's a broker app
yeah,
specifically speaking on like stocks, crypto trading, ETFs. You know that world. So yeah.
no, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely important to be thinking about how you invest your money. Thinking long term as
Right,
far as
yeah.
finances and things like that. So yeah, like you sending that over to me just got me thinking about just sharing the idea and concept of like just what things that I do and just how I look at you
Right.
know handling money and using it for my future in a sense. I'm like I love getting money, but at the same time like I don't love like money is not like real. Like it's not like
Right,
it's
right,
like
yeah.
I don't obsess over the idea of money. At the same time, it's we're in America. It's a game, and
It's a
it's a
it's
part of
a necessity as
yeah.
far as the the common good.
It's a part of the process.
Right, right, right.
And yeah, I be uptown, so it's just it's a way of life.
Right.
Um, but yeah, man, one thing that's important for people to understand, and we kind of come to it from a form of like entrepreneurship, but it really doesn't matter what you do. Is like the importance of creating avenues for yourself to be able to receive. Like that's number one.
Right.
It's like, are you putting, are you creating, opening doors for yourself that allow you to, you know, receive income, receive, forms of payment. What do you do? Um, yeah, like, yeah, I know C has, different kind of creative avenues that he utilizes. Like me, I work, I work and I work a lot. And that
You
just
work a
puts me
lot and you
in,
work hard.
yeah, definitely. But I do that, you know, because it gives me, a particular freedom. It allows me to, never have to worry about anything. And it allows me to, be able to have, means to invest in myself, in my creativity and my art, as well as, in, in myself and my future too.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
have you ever like kind of thought about like, investing or anything like that, prior to kind of this time?
No, definitely, definitely. Like even going jumping back on the whole stocks area, that's definitely something that I've been thinking on for a long time. And even as far as like within, it's not mommy. You know, it's not mommy. But he left. But even as far, I would say with mommy, that's not mommy. Within the past, hey, come here. As far as the past few years or so, I've really been trying to build and work on passive income, which for the people that may not know what that means, that's income that works for you. That's money that builds itself. It's money that works for itself, like the stocks, or maybe you have a cleaning service, or vending machine service, or something like that, you know. But that's mainly been my goal as of recent days, you know. And even aside of that, even aside from that, um, skills pay the bills. We're living in a day and age where not only you need more than one thing under your belt. Like, don't get me wrong, like the 9 to 5, the job, the part time, whatever it is that you may do, like as far as like a stable income, nothing's wrong with that. Like, I'm never going to like get it how you live. I'm never going to knock anyone for, having a job and trying to maintain themselves. But we're living in a day and age where that's just not enough. You need you need more under your belt, you know? Because at the end of the day, like I said, skills pay the bills. Skills is what realistically builds wealth. Like if no matter what money you have, how much money you have, or whatever the case may be, if you can't do something for somebody, then it's going to be hard to manage that. It's going to be hard to keep bringing that in, especially if you're an artist, if you're creative, if you're someone that like uses their hands. Is it's definitely easier to have money coming in when you know what to do with it, and when you know your strengths and what you can do personally. And
Yeah,
then it
I'm
goes into what are you doing with the money when it comes in.
I'm with you, on to a point, as far as like having, different skills and stuff like that.
Right, right, right.
Um, at the same time, when it comes to building your finances,
Right.
sometimes it takes you sitting down for a moment,
Yeah.
focusing on one thing,
Yeah.
um, and you know, seeing where that takes you. Um, just for instance, me and talking about working and things like that. Um, you know, there's different levels to that. And if you're an
Definitely.
artist, if you're creative, you definitely need to be working, and just in order to first be able to handle yourself, take care of yourself. If if your creative endeavors aren't bringing in income, it's gonna be able to pay all your bills, take care of rent and things like that,
Right.
then you need to be working. You need to be somebody who is able to handle time management, be able to do multiple things at any given time. And again, you gotta be able to focus, your intent. You know, like money likes stillness.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
coming from being a plug. Like you can't be somebody who's moving all the time and going everywhere. Sometimes you gotta have a home base, and people gotta know where to show up, and where to you know
Right.
where to invest things. So um yeah, there's different aspects to it for sure.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
I definitely suggest anybody out here who is and again in the creative space, if you're an artist, you should also definitely be this is summertime, man. It's ways of making money, um you know a number of different ways, and if you are able to take advantage of those, definitely do, because it'll definitely up just anything that you got going on, for sure. But yeah, I wanna touch on the kind of investment piece, just the importance of that, like and in the sense of different money accounts. You know, a lot of people I know don't even have bank accounts,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
Right.
know that a lot of people I do, a lot of people I know do as well. So, I know people who are at different levels for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
I want to be, you know, inclusive in this conversation for folks who aren't aware. But, when people think of, what you do with your money, some people who aren't so savvy may just think, you put that in your bank account, you throw that in your check-ins or savings account. Um, I was fortunate enough to when I started, um, kind of my business and brand. I had been putting my money um, in kind of high saving yield accounts that allowed me to be able to have just a good amount of cash to kind of sit on and be able to play with. That I was able to take some time off work,
Right.
and just be able to be creative and kind of figure out my way around, without having to worry about finances. But that came with a lot of work. That came with working for a long a few years and saving my money, and being smart about things. But
Right.
um, yeah, I know me personally. I've always been told about. Here, let me.
It's it's a lot of discipline that comes behind it, behind the investing and the saving and just you know knowing what and what not to do. It's a game that you're always learning and practicing and getting better with. You know,
Yeah,
it's definitely one of those things where it's like it's a different it looks different for everyone.
no, most definitely. Um,
Especially everyone has different goals, different lifestyles, different responsibilities, things like that. So, I try not to, when I get into the whole, when I get into the whole financial topic with people, I try not to be biased and I try to be as understanding as I can, but something that everyone can work on is the discipline and the comprehension and just learning what you need to learn, you know? Is especially like what you're putting up now, like Roth IRAs, or you know, going back to the stocks, or just the whole investing thing. Is different ways you can invest. Investing in yourself, investing into the business or equipment, investing into the passive, and like investing into like my godmother. I was having a conversation with my godmother recently, and she said like over the years right now, like she has like 16K built up on cryptocurrency. Like she it's different ways you can invest, and even like you were going back to like the stillness of it, like certain things, yes, you like have to step out your box, get a little uncomfortable, but to do and learn it, but the stillness of it is definitely important.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta understand that some things take time, and you gotta be patient with things.
Hmm.
And yeah, there's no need to rush. But as long as you are just 1% every day getting better,
Right, right, right.
everything is going to work in your favor at the end of it. But yeah, as you said, there's different levels to this conversation. Um, at the but when it comes to sharing what it is that I know, I definitely want people to understand, and just based on what it is that I've been through, I definitely do want to share
Right.
my knowledge, and what it is that I've been through, so people do know.
No,
Um,
definitely, definitely. I
so
completely agree with that. I
yeah,
never understood the whole concept of like not helping each other as a community. Or yes, you sticker. I never understood the whole concept of like not helping each other as a community, or not like putting someone on that you obviously can tell that is trying to better themselves or better their situation, whatever that may be. Like why, I don't know. Maybe it comes, at least personally, like, living and growing up in the area that we have. I've definitely seen a lot of like crab in the barrel activity and mindsets. Um, I haven't seen too much of that in other areas when I've traveled, whether it be Atlanta or New York or wherever. But I don't know, like just why don't we all grow up? You know,
no, for
because
sure.
to be honest, like if like being real, the things that we're learning now, the Caucasian families, like they sit their kids down and teach them this stuff, like the real estate and the investing and the, you know, how to do this and that. And it's like, you know,
Yeah,
We can be the same way.
Yeah, it can be. Me personally, I had to learn things the hard way
Yeah, yeah,
on my own.
yeah.
And, I know that, to your point, we definitely want to share what we know. Um, at the same time, um, we understand that people aren't necessarily always receptive to information.
Right, right. That's
So it doesn't mean that you don't, you know, you don't do your thing. At the same time, you do your thing accordingly. But yeah, um, just again to carry the conversation because me as a young person, I was always known for being very cheap, um, and stingy with my money. I was great at saving.
ain't
I,
nothing wrong with that.
I kept a shoebox full of money. It was always looking nice. But
Ain't
at the
ain't
same
nothing wrong with that.
time, growing up, you got to understand that you got to think about the future, and nobody's coming to save us in a sense. So
Uh-huh.
we got to be making sure that we are looking out for ourselves.
See,
Um,
see, that's why I say that. Like, ain't nothing wrong with being a little cheap sometimes, especially in a world where Roman, what are you talking about?
talking about money.
Especially being in a world where um showing off what you don't have or what you're struggling with in the first place is the norm. Like, I don't know. I just feel like more people need to learn that because do you can you hear him in the
Yeah,
back?
we definitely hear, but you got it. Keep on going. Keep on going.
But I just feel like personally more people need to learn that in reality, you don't have to look like you have money. Even if you don't have the money, like learn how to build up. Like but this all comes from this, this all comes with the discipline
He,
aspect
he
of
he loves a conversation. He loves a
it. Love
conversation.
account.
But not for sure. It's just you gotta be wise. Be wise.
Oh
Don't
no no.
don't be out here use money wisely. And allow it to work for you. Um, but yeah, we're all adults here, and we all have the ability to open a some type of savings account.
Oh,
Go go to fidelity.com. Um, you could do that yourself. You can open up your own Roth IRA. I'm not going to get into details about what it is, but you can start investing money in
right,
stocks yourself. That will, compound over time, and you can start to utilize that, create a savings plan for yourself. Um,
right,
there's other ways out here too. You can open up a life insurance policy and utilize that over time to create wealth as well. These are conversations that we can get in
I got
depth
someone you can
into.
talk to on the life insurance too.
For sure.
You already know, like Elijah. See, this man. If anybody knows, like every few months, I'm always like popping out with a new hustle or like a new scheme or something.
For sure. I'll be
Like
seeing,
I'm, yeah, like
and I'll be like,
like it would,
yeah, I'll be like, yeah, learn about that, and they come back to me. It's all, but yeah, no, you gotta dip your toes in a number of different things. You gotta learn.
yeah,
It ignorance is bliss, but ignorance will kill you.
Right,
If you're not out here, just you gotta dibble and dabble. So just so you know what is what. In a sense.
right. People
Um,
be talk, people be telling me like, you always trying some or doing some. You always doing something new. I mean, well, you got to. You got to experiment. Like you never know. It's like eating food. You don't know if you like it unless you try it.
most
If you
definitely.
don't, if you don't like it, you don't like it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But at least you can say you tried it. You can say that that's not really my that's not really my thing, but I've tried it or been in that room to know that for sure.
Yeah. The thing is, I probably tried it, and I just ain't told y'all yet. But nah, you gotta try it yourself too, yeah. Because it ain't for me to tell you what you like and what's not gonna work for you. So
Right.
get out there and get your own experience. Figure things out for yourself. And yeah, when somebody is trying to teach you something, if you're able to hear it, do your best to pick up on it.
Right.
Take what you can use for take whatever you can use for yourself, and do your best with that. At the same time, everybody everybody is their own being. Everybody has their own way of life, and we're all on our own
Right.
levels. And
Right.
nothing
Right.
wrong with that. Yeah, live, man, live, and get some money.
That's all it is to living and experimenting and just take one step at a time, just dibbling and dabbling.
No, for sure. But yeah, if I leave you with any homework, what I'm saying, open an account, man. Just yeah, start putting, just a little, 10, 15%, whatever you make during the week. Throw that in there.
Shoot, shoot.
And
I've been doing research as far as what's the word? It's on the tip of my because I really want to think of the word to throw it out there for people to look into it. It's not a loan. It's similar to a loan. It's like a
mhm,
business. It's like a business loan essentially. Like
mhm.
you're getting you're getting paid money to invest into the business or whatever you're doing. But except the difference from a loan, you don't have to necessarily pay it back.
Word.
You may know what I'm talking about.
Nah, I don't.
Nah, nah,
Um,
I bet.
yeah, I don't know about that one. I want to know. Uh,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. I'm going.
I run a business. Anybody know about grants, or any grant writers or people that just
Right, right, right. You got grants.
hip
You
on how to
got
get
like,
grants? Because I've had some friends who told me that they knew how to get grants, and then when it came down to it, they disappeared.
hey,
Where y'all go?
put
I'm
me.
looking for my friends. I'm looking for my friends.
We got to talk on that one.
Yeah.
Cause man, like, but the gist is like, it's so many ways out here to do it. Like, don't just be stuck in a cycle or like stuck. Period. Try your hand. Get your hand a little dirty and see what's for you. See what's out there. Like regardless of regardless of your situation or how your life may look or your strengths or weaknesses or whatever the case may be, like go out there and try to figure something out. you know
Yeah, definitely
that's
stay on the move. Like
yeah,
that's stay on the move. That's how you make things happen. That's how things start coming to
it's
you. At the same time, use a little magic too.
right,
Play around.
right,
It's not nothing's too serious, nothing too real. I was going around just saying little chants to myself, like, my money has no reason to show up. It just does. We
Right.
always think, like, money has to, like, we have to have, like, man, sometimes money can just show up. Like, I just kept saying that to myself, and I got like two checks in the mail that, like, I'm just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, just play
Right.
around with your mind, you know what I'm saying? You never know what could come to you.
Words of affirmation. Yeah, we're speaking life. What's up? What's up, people? Huh? Cookies. You want cookies? Okay.
Yeah, nah, but all that, man, just, yeah, make sure you're out here, put your best foot forward to make sure that you have the
Yeah.
possibility to receive what is yours. And
Yeah, cookies. Oh, you want
and
the Oreos? Okay.
I think my man C needs to go ahead and handle his son, get his son his snack for the night, and yeah, go ahead and do that.
But the crazy thing is I done already got everything ready, all the night clothes laid out, everything to so once we hop off, he going right in the grace. Okay, God is
Yeah,
great and God is good, and we thank Him for our food. By His hands we all are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen. Good job, man.
all
He
right.
makes us say grace.
Yeah, you got
But
structure in
not
order to
but but one thing I want to say too, like between what both of us said for anyone listening, also like so, yes, go out and try new things, go out and figure out ways of income, passive income, investments, so on and so forth. Yes, like do these things, but have the mentality of longevity. Like whether if this is for, you know, yourself later down the line, what your business will look like, your kids, your younger siblings, whatever the case may be. But yes, cookies. But have the sense or the mentality of longevity, because us saying these things like the Roth IRA or the stocks or just putting your money into a business, like this doesn't mean there's going to be overnight success or that you'll see like $1 million next week. But at the same time, you never know, like if you stay consistent and disciplined, going back to that discipline word, if you stay on it and stay focused and have a little bit of sturdiness and just focus, you never know how it's gonna look 5, 6 months down the line, a year down the line, a few years, like you never know where you know where you are at now, but you don't know where you could be. Just take that chance. Just go for
yeah. I'm in my 30s, and what I'm saying, like, I'm planning on, like, I'm planning on my 70s looking sweet,
it. Yeah, bro.
like,
Yeah.
long term. Like, we out
Yeah,
here
bro.
thinking things. So what she said, longevity, stick to the plan, and it's gonna work.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I'm
at.
out.
Like, get out the trash. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm be doing that. But yeah, y'all, that's it. Catch y'all next week. Peace.
Love y'all. Keep going up that ladder.